Welcome to Notary Public Underwriters All Things Notary channel. In this episode, we're going to tell you everything you need to know about the new Texas Senate Bill 693. The Lone Star State has enacted Senate Bill 693, which brings significant change to Texas notary public laws and touches in some way all of Texas's 484,000 plus notaries public. When the law takes effect, Senate Bill 693 is effective September 1st, 2025, but the law changes in it apply only to people whose notary public application for appointment or reappointment is submitted on or after January 1st, 2026. Senate Bill 693 further requires that no later than January 1st, 2026, the Secretary of State shall adopt administrative rules necessary to implement the law changes made by this new legislation. Key changes in Senate Bill 693. Senate Bill 693 affects these key areas of the Texas notary law and practice. Notary education. The Secretary of State must establish by administrative rules as authorized under Section 406.023 Government Code, notary education requirements for new and renewing notaries. The notary education requirements will be limited to no more than 2 hours of training for both new and renewal commission applicants. The rules must require the Secretary of State to establish and offer education and continuing education notary courses for which the Secretary will be allowed to charge a reasonable fee. The rules must require that the mandatory notary education and continuing education training may only be completed through a course established and offered by the Secretary of State. The rules may not require a person appointed as a notary public before September 1st, 2025 to complete education required for initial appointment. The rules must be adopted or final no later than January 1st, 2026. Good cause definition and the journal requirement. Good cause is the Secretary of State's standard for rejection of a notary public application or revocation of an existing commission. Senate Bill 693 modifies the statutory description of good cause to include a Texas notary's failure to maintain records of notarizations, a journal, as required by the Government Code Section 406.014. New Government Code Section 406.0091 establishes that a person commits an offense if, as a notary public, the person performs a notarization but failed to require personal appearance of the individual for whom a notarial act is meant to be performed. Provides a detailed explanation of when a person personally appears before a notary public. Establishes that failure to require personal appearance is a Class A misdemeanor, which rises to a state jail felony if the document involves the transfer of real property or any interest in real property. Protection for a notary who unknowingly relied on a fake signer identification. Senate Bill 693 creates an affirmative defense to prosecution for a notary who accepted from a present individual an apparently valid but actually fake proof of identification that identified the present individual as the signer, grantor, maker, or principal for whom the notarization was intended to be performed. The bill also defines personally appears before a notary public to mean an individual's physical appearance in a notary's presence for notarizations other than an online notarization, as well as appearance by means of online notarization technology as allowed under Texas law. Longer mandatory retention period for a notary's records of notarial acts in a record book or journal. Senate Bill 693 mandates a new longer retention period for a notary's records of notarial acts. They must be kept until the 10th anniversary of the date of notarization, the last one entered in the book. For in-depth details and up-to-date information about this major law change and other notary news, visit our blog at www.notarypublicunderwriters.com. Still have questions? Our 5-star customer care team is ready to help. Give us a call at 1-800-821-0822. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more notary content. And visit our website for online notary education courses, bonds, insurance, and supplies.